All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Akim out there laboring, of the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And we see E is pretty much making his move, and he's losing the narrative battle. And now, pretty much now you're seeing the conjuring up of the students on campus, protesting pretty much in favor of Palestine. And it's all, to the spirit. We already know this is all a ruse, so to speak. you know all of these people are pretty much bought and paid for, and are just out there as agent provocateurs to pretty much fan the flames, which leads to this article. Because now you're seeing pretty much universities across the country, okay, and it's only particular ones. You got these prestigious ones, these Ivy League schools where millions of dollars are being pumped into these schools by the elites, the alumni of these schools. Pretty much big money is being put into this thing, but we know that this is all a coordinated uh, uh, attack, okay, on free speech. You see, now this is from the Cripplegate, okay, the site, and pretty much we're going to talk about the HR 60990 and the ostentation of the truth, which means this is pretty much going into the anti-sim um, bill that pretty much the House passed this past week. Now it has to go through the Senate, and after it will pass through the Senate, then the president can sign it into law. So now this is pretty much a gag order on anybody that speak up against the powers that be, so to speak. You know, but this all this is pretty much a rebranding, repackaging, and reintroducing Edomite supremacy at the end of the day. Okay, they're gonna use the anti-sim card, pretty much, victimhood, to reestablish white supremacy. This is what this all boils down to. Okay, all right, because pretty much you don't want to sit here and zero in on just Amalek at the end of the day. They may be reaping the benefits of whatever is going on, because what we already know that they are pretty much the top tribe. But this is an effort of all hands on deck, okay, with these Edomites at the end of the day. Okay, everybody pretty much has a hand somehow, some way in it. And a lot of these people that you see forth in front of you, these politicians, are pretty much bought and paid for, man. Okay, they're already in the pockets of the elites. You see, so everybody has a hand in pretty much forging this narrative of pretty much pretty much throwing stones from a glass house. But when people try to throw the stones back, you're not allowed to, so to speak. But let's get into this. This is just an article here, but I want to get into this though. Now, obfuscation pretty much goes in when you go into that word. Okay, pull it up real quick. Is the action of making something obscure, unclear, or unintelligible. Meaning, okay, this law that they're trying to push through, okay, it's an open end law to where it's vague. So it's not a closed off law to where they may miss a rock pretty much being unturned, so to speak. So, with these different talking points that are pretty much going to push back against this, they can pretty much label you as being anti-sim. Okay, so you're not going to come with any fresh ideas, so to speak. The law is pretty much going to pretty much dictate of how the people react to it, so to speak. But let's read this real quick. Okay, this is an article here, right, from the Cripplegate, and it says, in a day and age where history books are being rewritten on a mass scale, and where all too many advocate that your truth, my truth, is anybody's truth, it's unsurprising that through new legislation, there is a direct attack on the Bible. Why the HR 6090, the Anti-Sim Awareness Act, okay, that's pretty much what it's called, right, is not a law at present, and has passed the House without much opposition. And pretty much, the House pretty much makes up of over 400 members. So now pretty much 320 of them voted in favor of this new bill to be pushed through. Now this pretty much is a bipartisan bill. So it's not even about the left or the right at the end of the day. This is pretty much a effort of all hands on deck, pretty much. Okay, and they're using this as the framework, as the guise to pretty much establish their superiority in the earth, so to speak. Okay, you got to remember this man is pretty much in the midst of going into perdition. Okay, so he pretty much is going to disguise that to where he's going to be able to be on that world stage, where the world is able to be able to see him in the height of his wickedness. Okay, and pretty much have a gag order on everybody, and nobody can say anything about his moves, so to speak. Okay, because why? It's because through his own laws, okay, these unrighteous decrees, okay, it's justifiable. You see? So reading on, okay, and we're gonna put some precepts to marry along with this. But let's get to the point here, right? Because this is a direct attack on the Bible, okay? What it says, Anti-Sim Awareness Act is not a law at present. Hold on, I read that already, but let's move down. It says pretty much I was going into how it was voted in through the House, 320 votes compared to 91. So this is a bipartisan act. But only thing now what it has to do is go through the Senate, which is only about 50 members, and all they need is the majority to vote for it. And really the president, it will be on the president's desk for him to sign. So this pretty much right now can happen as early as this summer. Okay. So it says here, it says, while there are much to say about the legislation, from it not defining what anti-sim is in a law that pertains to anti-sim, to its overriding of the Constitution itself concerning the freedom of speech, even though Section 6B states otherwise, to its outsourcing of control to a non-governmental agency in the International Holy Remembrance Alliance, which is a conglomeration of members of foreign nations. There is a lot to be talked about, but the greatest issue and concern of them all is that the assault of this bill appears to make upon the scriptures. And ultimately, we already know this man, all right, he already knows that his back is against the wall. Okay, he knows that he hasn't gotten the blessing. You see this? You see? So now he knows that his kingdom is pretty much at its demise, and this is pretty much something that he's pulling out of his back pocket right now. Okay, to pretty much reestablish and his dominance, man. Okay, all right. This man is pretty much about to go into perdition, man. But let me get a scripture real quick. Okay, this is Revelation, the 17th chapter. The title is The Doom of Babylon. Okay, because this man is pretty much the head of Babylon. Okay, you see? And it says, and there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay, now we're going to focus on this great whore. Okay, that's sitting upon that scarlet colored beast. Right? And it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. This man pretty much rams down all of his policies throughout the earth, man. Okay? This man this whore has been pretty much in bed, with the kings of the earth, all of these nations. All these nations at one time or another, was in bed with this place, man. Even countries now that were at odds with this place. You see? And also you're seeing now that the allies now are feeling some kind of way now. Okay? Because they're seeing that this place is, what this man is doing, here in Babylon, things are being pretty much pushed too far, and it's pretty much going into a lot of the ways out of their pretty much their comfort zone, so to speak. Okay, these are radical moves that are being made, Marxist moves that are being made. You see, okay, but it says, all right, this is John, right? So he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And we know the 7 heads and 10 horns pretty much is the whole Edomite power structure, so to speak. Okay, pretty much NATO and the EU and the EU common markets. Okay, I mean, we really ain't gonna really have to go into the pretty much the countries though, but it's all of the power structure of the Edomites, so to speak. Okay, all right, starting with the Greeks. You see, all right, but right now we are in the second leg of Rome. Okay, right, this is the home stretch, right? But it says, verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of a fornication. And pretty much when the Lord gave this man pretty much the blessing of the sword. Okay, so this man pretty much conquered, okay, the earth, so to speak. But this right here is the chief house here in Babylon. Okay, and the Lord had given this man that golden cup. But what's within that golden cup? All of the everything that's pretty much adverse to the scriptures, so to speak. Everything pretty much goes here. Okay, all right. The morality of this place is pretty much done. You see, is at an all-time low. Okay, you got people here that are pretty much now depressed and pretty much people feel cheated. They feel like they've been duped all these years. But voting for a political system that does not benefit them, man. Okay, this has all been a ruse all this time, man, just for them to push forth their agenda, man. So now they're pretty much framing it out to pretty much hit that home stretch, man. Okay, all right, because this man is pretty much about to take his gloves off at the end of the day. This is what we're going into right now. You see, all right, but it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And this is pretty much what's written on the forehead. And people still can't get it to this day, man. People pretty much do not understand or comprehend the pretty much the elephant in the room. Okay, you see the bottom common denominator. Okay, when you come to that common denominator where the cause of all the problems in the earth, people are coming to the realization of that being that one common denominator. You see, okay, but that woman, that whore that's sitting on top of that beast, man, is America, man. Okay, you see what it says. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. You see. And pretty much, man, this man has been slaying the saints from its inception, man, since the Renaissance, man. Okay, and now he's still going to be able to shed the blood of the martyrs, man, the witnesses, man. Okay, that martyrs go into the witnesses of Yahushua, man. Okay, you see, and it says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Okay, this is what John is saying, right? Okay, let's get that word admiration real quick. Sometimes you gotta just go ahead and just go through the spirit. Salaki, if my videos are a little bit too long, but I just want to be trying to make a couple points here. Let's go with admiration.
Strong's G 2295, Thalma.
Okay, a wonderful thing, marvel, wonder, a wonder with great wonder, i.e., exceedingly. So he's marveling exceedingly upon seeing this vision. You see, right? And it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore dost thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which has the 7 heads and 10 horns. And the beast that thou sawest was and is not, okay? It is pretty much going into the Roman Empire, okay? all right, went into obscurity, okay, right? And now the second leg, right, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. It came out of that bottomless pit, man. Europe, you see, and go into perdition. Okay, this is a time now when he's been those bonds have been loosed, those chains have been loose. He's coming out of the bottomless pit, man, to deceive the world for this short season, man. Okay, you see, and you go into that word perdition. Okay, let's get that real quick. Okay, because this is what this man is about to go into. This man is about to go into perdition. Okay, all right, all right. This man is he's about to pretty much lose it. Okay, perdition, destroying, utter destruction. Okay, right? A vessel's a perishing ruin, destruction. Okay, you see, a destruction would consist of internal misery in hell. Okay, man, this man's about to he's about to put hell on earth, man, so to speak, man. You see, okay, you see, but it says, "And the beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is." And right now he yet is now. Okay, he's in existence. He's pretty much making his move. But you're gonna have people, okay, that's gonna wonder after this beast, man. Okay, all right, whose names are not written in the book of life. They're gonna pretty much wholeheartedly be in league with this man. Pretty much just go along with the flow, so to speak. Okay, especially when that MOTB gets rolled out. You see, okay, this is the time that we're in now. All right, this man is pretty much, the gloves are gonna come off, and he's just tired of playing around, man, and beating around the bush, man. Okay, he's gonna come straight forward, with his draconian laws, man. Okay, right now to this time, right now we're seeing these people, okay, these weirdos coming out from behind the shadows, and pretty much are letting you know how it's gonna go down. You know, they're stating their gangster, okay, and they're letting you know what's in store. You see, okay, and these other people, these people don't even have a clue at the end of the day, man. You know, people are just so consumed with distractions and trying to keep their head above water as far as living. You see, okay, that they don't even see. Okay, you know, these people, like I said, these people here in Babylon are through, man. You know, because they don't know what the hell's going on, man. And what's gonna happen is they're just gonna go right along with the flow, man. Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 25. Let's see, verse 12. Let's go to 12. All right, speaking about Edom. Thus say the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. You know, and this goes all the way back to the blessing, man. Okay, all right. The blessing wasn't meant for him to begin with, but that the Lord set it up in this scenario. The Lord does things in a dramatic fashion. You see, okay. But he said, man, that the days of my father are at hand. You know, and then when he's able to pretty much go ahead and put his father to rest, he will begin to slay his brother Jacob, man. Okay, you see, Judah being the head tribe. You see, okay, when you go after the head, man. Okay, you cut off the head, then the whole body dies pretty much. You see, right? But it says, therefore, thus say the Lord power, I will also, speaking about the Lord, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. You see? Okay? All right, this is what's going to happen. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power. Okay, so the Lord's going to put the spirit upon Yasharallah, okay, to lay vengeance upon Edom, man. Okay, the Lord said, man, I'm going to raise up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, man. You see? Right? And that's the point there, man. You see? Okay? This man is pretty much his counsel is pretty much he's doing a mighty job of pretty much this place is just a porn, okay, here in Babylon, man. Okay, it's just a porn, and you have people that are set in place to help systematically destroy this place, man. Okay, but it's gonna be to a point of no return for him, man. Okay, and what does Isaiah the 47th chapter talk about? Lament for Babylon, man. Okay, because this place is about to go sit in the dust. But let's go hit the point real quick that I want to grab. Let's go down to the verse 10. Let's start from 10. I want to snag a few verses from here. Right? Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. And it's pretty much that was the point for a long period of time before, the internet, man. You see? Okay? Now the internet's out there, they pretty much wish that the internet was never invented, man. Because why? It's because everything that was in the murky shadows is pretty much being exposed. I remember Tucker Carlson, pretty much his father worked for the CIA, and he also tried to apply for it. But he had said that there are millions of citizens here in Babylon that pretty much are somehow, some way affiliated with the government, man, as being agents, so to speak, somehow, some way. So this is an all hands on deck initiative, man. Okay, and that bill that's being introduced again is being rebranded, repackaged, and it's going to be reintroduced, okay, to the world. Okay, so now this man is going to just come out in the open and just do what he pleases, and can nobody say nothing about it. That's the end of that. You see, he's using the guise of anti-sim as the ruse, so to speak. Okay, all right, the victimhood card, so to speak. All right. He listen. And Jake has been using the victimhood card for the longest time, but they've been instigating that. You have these the leaders of our people pretty much have been instigating that fact of it's victimhood. Though they don't give a damn about that though, because the ultimate victimhood that they want to establish is when they really start to go out and go into a destruction mode, man. Okay, and nobody should have nothing to say about it. Okay, point blank period. That's how they feel. You see. All right. But they have trusted in a wickedness, man. You see? All right. But their own counsel is going to bring them down. Right? It says, right? Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it have perverted thee. Okay. You and with your wisdom and your knowledge, you're perverted with the ways that you go about things, man. This man is perverted, man. Okay. A lot of things that this guy is trying to ramp down the world's throat. Okay. Or trying to oppress a man in his heritage in these other lands, they're not with it, man. Okay? It says, thy wisdom and knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, in thy mind, I am, and none else beside me. Okay? And this is what he's feeling himself right now, man. He's on a roll right now, man. Okay? But he's gonna have to come down a little bit, clamp down harder, man, because he know that he has but a short time, man. Right? Right? Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Because this man is pretty much alienating himself from the world, man. Okay? So now you pretty much are going to have people that you thought that were in league with you are going to turn against you, man. So now evil's going to come and you're not going to know from whence it riseth, man. You're not really going to know from what way it's coming. It's going to be coming from all angles, so to speak, man. You see? Okay? It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. Right? And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And what the scriptures say, man. When you cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, man. You see? Okay? So pretty much the Lord is laying that wound under thee, man. Okay? You see? And you're not going to be able to put this off, man. Okay? So we're seeing where he's going with this whole thing, man. But pretty much, man, it's going to come to naught, man. All right? Real quick. Let's go to Psalms real quick. Psalm 64. Let's grab a few precepts out of there. Let's start at 5, right? Psalm 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately, saying, who shall see them? And we are walking in the battlement of thy overthrowing, man, dealing with this damn devil, man. Okay? This man is laying snares all over the place, man. You know? All right? And now you're seeing Jake. Jake is all getting himself in there. And Jake don't have a dog in the fight with this whole protest, man. Jake don't even know what the hell they out there. Jake is just wants to just do everything else but listen to the Lord, man. Okay? Listen to who the Lord has sent out there, man. Okay? They want to be so much entrenched with this place, man, and what it stands for, man. And it's against the Lord at the end of the day, man. You see? Okay? But it says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart, the mind, is deep. You see? Okay? You know, they do these case studies and they know how pretty much when they do this one thing, people are going to react a certain type of way. Okay? And it falls right into their snare, man. You see? Okay? They studied the behavior of different people, man. Okay? But they privately set on the poor, man. Okay? They pretty much studied Jake to the T, man. They know Jake wears their heart on their sleeve, and they know pretty much of how to sway them to do their bidding, so to speak, man. You see? Right? It says, the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And we're pretty much in that time now. Because now you pretty much got a lot of these people, and like there was something Token had mentioned, you know, there's millions of people that are pretty much are pretty much agents for this place, man. But now what you're having now is that you're having whistleblowers. Okay? You see? Whistleblowers are pretty much coming out, and you know, the conscience is eating them up, and they can't sleep at night. And the Lord is pretty much having them to have their tongue to fall upon themselves, man, to have them be exposed. People that want the inside of the circle, man. You know, the average day Joe Blow, pretty much, man. He has his hand in this whole thing, man. Okay, or whatever kind of capacity that he may have it in, man. Okay, so it's bigger than just a particular small hat, so to speak. Okay. All right, this is all hands on deck, man. Considering these Edomites, man. Okay, they all have a hand in this whole thing, man. You know, okay. Whoever benefits from it, well, that's their problem. Okay, whoever feels a little bitter that they've been shut out from the lion's share of the wealth, well, that's your problem. You see, all right. Right now, man, we at the end of this thing, man. So these people right now, they're pretty much complaining, talking about you know, on social media, and you know, the crumbs is not coming off the master table like they used to, man. You know, that whole trickle down effect, okay, of pretty much benefiting from the American way, so to speak. Now, okay, it's drying up. You know, these people pretty much now are running through their resources. Pretty much, people are living off their credit cards. Okay, and this place is done. Okay, you seen the mass banks closing. You know. Right, but continue on. You see, right? Let's go to Matthew real quick. Okay, let's do that real quick. Let's go to Matthew's real quick. I want to grab that in the NLT. So let me set that up real quick. All right, let's go to Matthew 25. Okay, let's get that. Right? Matthew 25, verse, let's go 25. Do I got it right? It's like it. Matthew 12 of 25. I believe that is. Let's see. All right. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Yahushua knew their thoughts, speaking about the Pharisees, and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart. You see? And we're seeing that now. Okay? We're seeing people at odds at every single turn, man. You know? Everybody has their own agenda. Pretty much everybody has their own form of thinking. Pretty much people are their conscience is seared with a hot iron, man. Okay, you see, all right, people pretty much are getting antsy and fed up and the funds are depleting, so to speak. Okay, they're not liking the way of the direction of this place. And pretty much people are seeing the writings on the wall, man. Okay, you see, and we're seeing now that the predictive programming through that movie that's been released, Civil War. Okay, and don't think that these people don't have it in the back of their minds, and don't think that these E's, Lunchbox Joe, Joe Sixpack, these average ones that's out here. Okay, they always been preparing for this day, man. Okay, this is always in the back of their mind, man. They know that this whole thing, this whole Ferris wheel ride, man, is about to come to an end, man. That was always subconsciously in the back of their mind, man. You see? Okay? But it says, if Satan, and if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided and fighting against himself. And that's what's happening, man. Okay? You see? Just because you fight against it, don't mean you're exempt from with your hands being defiled with blood, man. You see, a lot of people right now, you'd be at odds with them, but guess what though? You're helping further the cause, man. Okay, when you have these things and these little things that's going on here and locking stuff down and everything else, they're not physically doing it themselves. Who's doing the bidding, man? Who's doing the bidding of what they say to do, man? Okay, their own people. You see. But it says, if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided and fighting against himself. His own kingdom will not survive. You see? Okay? So this place pretty much, man, is you see the writings on the wall, man. Okay? You see? We see the writings on the wall. All right? All right, let's precept real quick. Let's go to Daniel. I want to get that real quick and we can get out of here. Let's go to Daniel's 2nd chapter. We'll grab that real quick. All right, we'll talk about Nebuchadnezzar's dream. Speaking about these kingdoms, but let's focus on where we at now. Let's go down to. I want to snag a few verses out of here. Let's go down to verse 40. Hold on, let's get it. Let's go back to the KJV real quick. Okay. All right. Getting into Rome, right? This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 40. And the 4th kingdom shall be strong as iron, for so much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things. And as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And that was the Roman Empire, man. Okay? That Roman Empire was very mighty, man. Okay, and it represented the iron. Okay, and it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, okay, right now we're talking about this present time right now, okay, the beast system, EU, common market, and NATO, right? And whereas we saw the feet and the toes, part of the potter's clay, was part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much thou sawest the iron mixed with mercury clay. And that's what you're seeing now. This is the remnants of the Roman Empire, you see. But now we're getting down to the toes now, okay? And it's pretty much partly weak and partly strong, man. Okay, it's iron mixed with that clay. You see? Okay? It says, 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. That's what we see now. Okay? Military might is still pretty much strong, but the morale is low. There's nobody really trying to the recruitment numbers are low in this place. Okay? When you want to talk about the EU common markets, man, the economies of a lot of these other countries within NATO are not doing so good. You see? You got some that's carrying the weight more than the others, man. Okay? You got some of these countries that are more stronger than the others, man. It's not an evenly divided military. Okay? A lot of these other countries would need aid from Babylon, so to speak. Okay? And we're seeing that, man. Getting aid with money. Okay? They're not holding their own pretty much. This place is going to have to get dragged into this thing, man. 2 feet in, man. Okay? That's gonna be his ass, man. You see? All right. But this is that part of that part iron, part clay. So it's partly strong and partly broken, right? And it says, and whereas thou sawest the iron mixed with the mercury clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave to one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. You see? And everybody's pretty much at odds, man. This man is pretty much is heaping into him the mingled people, man. Okay? You see? All right? Pretty much everybody has their own ideology and way about going about things, man. People are not being on any type of agreement, man. Okay? All right? And the people up top don't care. They don't care about that. They're not concerned. This place is a porn, so to speak, man. Okay? The cannon fodder, so to speak. Okay? Expendable, so to speak, man. Okay? You see? But it says, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High, shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And pretty much this man is at the down to the feet, man. Okay, all right, and your house shot's gonna come and crush those toes, man. Okay, you see, right? It says, for so much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain. Okay, when you talk about go back to what Ezra saw. Okay, you know, all right, seeing that shit that was so big, he thought it was cut out from mountain. You see, okay, all right. So it says, for so much as thou sawest the stone that was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, the gold, and the great power have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. You see? Okay? And the interpretation of it sure, man. Okay, so this whole structure of all these other kingdoms had their chance to rule, man. And now we're at the tail end of this last rulership, man. Okay? All right? And Yahushua is pretty much just going to make his return and establish his kingdom on the earth, man. All right? And pretty much, man, hey, it's what we're seeing here, man. But right now, man, this man is pretty much this is gonna pass. Okay, it has to pretty much this bill HR 6090 is definitely going to pass. It passed the House. Now it has to be sent to the Senate. The Senate is going to vote on it soon. But then let's let this whole narrative conjure up of tension rising in these campuses to make it feel like there's something that has to be urgent, has to be done. But this is all just a ruse to establish that Edomite supremacy again, man. All right? All right? This man's about to go on perdition. And, the woman is going to, pretty much that dragon is going to be rough with that woman, man. So this is a time that we're going to be entering in. So brothers, stay lasered in, focused. Pretty much, man, we almost out of here, man. Hey, we're seeing it right at the door, All right, so and we spoke about these things, man, for forever, so to speak, man. Okay, all right, but these things are not gonna continue to tarry. So now, you just gotta get your household in order, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, Shalom.